The other day, I was FaceTiming a friend of mine. He had just got an aquarium for himself and came to me looking for inspiration. I showed him all of my vivariums and he was blown away by each and every one of them. But when I showed him this aquarium, he shouted, "That's what I want." My friend has exceptional talents when it comes to terrestrial plants, but growing plants underwater is a totally different story. I thought to myself, maybe I should tell him this isn't for beginners. But instead I told him that this video was coming out soon and that I could show him how I got to this point. So let's roll the tape back to the beginning. Today we're taking a small break from paludariums and terrariums. Instead we're gonna set up an aquarium right here on my bar. I need something nice to look at when I sit here and edit my videos. And the thing is, I'm only gonna use one plant genus only, but 3 different versions of it. 3. Same thing with the hardscape. This aquarium is 80 centimeters long, 40 centimeters high and 35 centimeters wide. It is nothing fancy, no opti-white, baba-bidi-boobidi-babby, it's just a normal aquarium. It costed me €100, so it's still pretty expensive. And this light is a Hygge light. I think it costed around the same thing, 800 crowns, so €80 or something like that. And we have a Sika Shark Pro Nano filtration here that we're just gonna use to circulate the water. We might remove it, we might add some lily pipes or something, cool canister filter or something like that, but for now we're gonna keep it. Dennerle sent me a whole bunch of cool stuff to get this aquarium started, like the Bio CO2 kit, liquid fertilizer, Dennerle substrate, and the Dennerle aqua soil. The first thing that's gonna go inside the tank is the substrate. Second one in. We got the substrate in place now and already is looking 10 times better. Now let's add the soil. And I think we're gonna use at least 1 bag. Alright, so I think we have enough soil. We can always add in later. But first I want to get in the rocks. Yeah, at the moment everything is very flat. And they're all kind of going the same way. And according to the aquascape law, you're supposed to put them in a zigzag motion. So let's take a look from up top and see if they're zigzagging. And as you can see here, it's not really zigzagging. But looking at it from this side, it actually looks good. Probably gonna be here all night fine-tuning the rocks, but to be honest, I think they look pretty good. The thing about this scape is not the rocks, it's the plants. I want the plants to really pop in here, and the rocks are just there to be rocks, if that makes sense. Hasta mañana! The next day the plants arrived. I chose to work with 1 plant genus only, Eleucharis, aka hairgrass, and 3 different versions of it. Eleucharis pusilla, which is the smallest one and comes in an vitro cup with some liquid that has to be rinsed off. Eleucharis acicularis is medium-sized and Eleucharis vivipara the tallest. They both grow in what's called rock wool, which has to be removed before you plant it. Some people like to plant in dry soil, but I like to plant in wet. This is totally up to you. Now that we've cleaned all the plants, I'm gonna go over quickly my thought process here. I'm gonna start with the vivipara, which is the tallest one. My idea was to plant it just in the back here, so it can grow tall and then kind of overlap like this. And we will have the filter right here, so the filter will keep it moving like this. Flumbly, 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 flumbly. the next one is the Acicularis. And this one I want in between the rocks, like this. Alright, so let's fill this thing up. Okay, so it's now the next day and it's time to add the CO2 starter kit. What you get here is a bio CO2 bottle, a CO2 power mix, CO2 tubing, CO2 diffuser and CO2 activator. This is for the CO2 diffuser that we're gonna soak for 24 hours. And here I have approximately 50 degrees Celsius water. We're gonna pour it slowly into this jug, I guess. And now we need to shake this vigorously for 1 minute. Okay, I'm gonna leave this for 24 hours. The next day, I added a CO2 activator. 1 week later, I went into full panic mode. I was panicking because you can see the hairgrass is melting away. It was actually way worse than this. Like you couldn't see any green at all. But then when I did some research, sometimes that's normal. That the plant melts off, but the roots are alive and it's coming back to life. I really thought I had to scrap everything and start over, but I learn as I go and apparently I just need to have patience. You can see the glass is a bit dusty from algae, diatoms, but also some diatoms right there. I think I can add some Autosynclus and some Amanus shrimp now, and they could really help to eat all this algae. Okay, so I've properly acclimated them now. They should be ready to enjoy this algae-infested tank. I think it's 5 Amanus shrimp and 4 Autosynclus going in now. A couple of weeks passed and the tank is in need of a trimming session. Oh, I almost cut the CO2 line. One month later, I went into panic mode again. There was a greenish tint to the water, which could only mean one thing. All I can say in this situation is do your water changes. I tried to fix it with water changes, but it didn't work. It's been about a month since the last clip and things are getting worse. We have what's called green water. This is pretty difficult to combat. Basically, the only weapon you can use is a UV sterilizer. Fortunately, my fish guy just lent me one. So we changed the water and it's looking better. It's still murky and there's still green water inside it. So if I let this be, it will come back in less than a week, I think. But I have this monstrosity right here, and it has a filter, but it also has a UV light inside it. Hopefully the water won't overflow. Yeah, you can see the blue light right there. That's the UV light. So the water passed through there and gets sterilized. So within a week, this should be crystal clear. 1 week has gone by, and as you can see, the water is clear now. But now that I can see it crystal clear, I'm starting to question the scape here. I mean, what is this? Just a pile of lava rocks and hairgrass? I think I can do much better. It doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't look good either. So now that the grass carpet is finally growing in, I'm gonna take it apart and redo everything. The tank is almost empty now, except for this part. I've left the line here of hairgrass because I won't touch this. I want to create a hill here that goes down and then another hill here. I've just selected a few rocks from the garden. This one might be too big. We just have to see, I guess. And I just want to place it here. Next up, I was faced with every content creator's worst nightmare: the loss of crucial footage. I swear I filmed short updates along the way, even when I added the fish, but somehow I couldn't find it. But honestly, you didn't miss much. All I did was simple maintenance: water changes, algae removal, and trimming of the plants, including the carpet to stimulate denser growth. I always envisioned a schooling fish for this tank, and I found one with neon blue eyes that moves perfectly together in sync. There's also 2 Amana shrimp and a school of pygmy cories. This project has taught me the key factors to creating a truly remarkable aquarium. The most important one is balance. Finding the right balance between light, CO2, nutrients, and even flow. I upgraded the filter to an external canister with lily pipes. The cause of green water and algae might have been a combination of too much nutrients and light. Since I had a carpet of hairgrass, no stem plants to use up the liquid fertilizer in combination with too much light. A setup like this requires nutrients only from the substrate, so I stopped with the liquid. The light is on 7 hours per day instead of 10, and the Dennerle Bio CO2 is constantly on, which isn't an issue as long as you have surface agitation. 9 months ago, I set out with the goal of creating a full carpet of hairgrass. Even though the scape evolved and I encountered many tribulations, I patiently persisted. And I'm glad I did, because in the end I succeeded. If you're a pro aquascaper watching this, you're probably thinking to yourself, growing a hairgrass carpet is easy peasy, I can do that blindfolded. Sure you can, but can you make spaghetti alla chitarra blindfolded? Didn't think so. My point is that everybody starts somewhere. I mean, this was my first scape. And in 1 year my scape has evolved significantly, and they will continue doing so if I persist patiently.